What up YouTube, it's Brett here from Southern Gentleman, and I've got a dual review for you on the Kimree Kimsun A50W and the Kimsun K Tank. Let's take it up close and personal and look at it in the box. So here we've got the box for the Kimsun A50W, and on the side you can tell that I got green since it's checked off. And on the back you have the introduction and the product parameters. Time of charging 2.5 hours, lowest resistance accepted 0.2 ohms, and it goes up to 50 watts. It's got a built-in battery with a USB charging, and it can also charge output, so you can basically charge any of your phones or anything like that, which I think is pretty neat. So here we've got the Kimsun, which looks very, very nice, just like that. And it's nice and green. You can tell it is on, and it's got 35 watts on there. Pretty much up and down arrows go up a little slower, and then they speed up, and then they can go down like that. And then on the bottom you've got basically a button that will allow you to externally charge a device, which is pretty neat. And then you've also got your internal charging and your external charging. So you're going to use the USB port to externally charge a device, and then you're going to use the mini USB port to actually charge this device. And then you've got a spring-loaded, it looks brass or gold-plated connection, and that's pretty much it. It's very, very light in the hand, which I really do enjoy. And it goes up to 50 watts. Let's take it up to 50 watts right now. Yep, up to 50 watts, and it goes down to 5 watts. It goes down to 5 watts. So, and it can only read down to a 0.2 ohm build. And in the box, if you pull up this little tab, you're going to find a micro USB to USB charger, which is what you're going to use to actually charge this. So to charge it, you're just going to plug it in like so, and there you go. You can charge it. And then if you want to externally charge a device, I would say only use it for phones or anything like that. I wouldn't use any big devices to externally charge, but that's how you would externally charge it. You would plug this into your phone, or you could just use an iPhone cable, plug it into here, and then charge your iPhone, which is pretty sweet. So that's about it. And then you got the manual. So that's about it for the actual mod. And let's go and take a look at the tank. So here we have the Kimsun K Tank, and it's basically got some little information on the back. 1K tank, 1 OCC head, and 1 manual. It does come with 2 OCC heads, but one is installed in the tank already, so I guess that's why they didn't include it. It comes with organic cotton coil heads. So let's open up this box. Got the manual that teaches you a little bit of how to fill it. It is bottom fill only, so that's something to take into account. And then we've got the actual tank. Let's see if I can get it out of this tight portion here. So here's the tank. You've got basically some cycloptic air holes. I think they're 8 millimeters wide. And you've also got the drip tip airflow, which I'm not a fan of. I keep that closed all the time. Not a fan of the drip tip airflow. And then you can take this off, and it is a 510 drip tip. So you can definitely put in other drip tips in this and not have a problem. The drip tip's nice. The drip tip's nice. I just wouldn't I wouldn't open up the drip tip airflow, just because that's not my style. I don't feel like it helps the vape at all anyways. So let's open it up. There's your coil, and it's exactly like any other sub tank that you have. This is the 0.5 ohm coil, which I got 2 of, and I mean, it's pretty simple. It's got a big airflow hole right there. Then you've got your wicking air holes as well. It's 0.5, and it says it'll go from 15 to 35 watts. I like running it at 35 watts in general. The cool thing about this airflow is that it will only spin about 180 degrees, so it's not going to spin all the way around. And it's a very, very tight airflow, so you're not going to have any problems with it shifting on you, which I like. That's a huge thing for me. But I keep it wide open as usual. So now I'm going to take the top, screw it back onto the base. And this is all stainless steel. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the tank. The tank is it holds 2 milliliters of e-liquid. I wish it held more, but you know, for what you're getting, 2 milliliters is pretty much fine for the newer sub-ohm tank user. And if you pull up the tab in the back of the box, you'll see it comes with 1 extra coil head. I got an extra 0.5 coil head, and there's nothing under this little black thing right there. So let's take it up to FaceTime, vape on it, and talk about it. So now that we've looked at it up close and personal, I have a few things I want to say about it. I forgot to tell you guys that this metal for the actual mod, the A50W, is made of aerospace aluminum. It's so light. Very, very nice feel in the hand. I really like the design of it. I really like the mod. The mod is awesome. I mean, it's absolutely awesome. If you're getting into sub-ohm builds and sub-ohm kind of vaping, this is definitely a mod to have. Anybody that wants to go from 5 to 50 watts, definitely a mod to have. It's got a 2200 milliamp per hour battery in it, which is really, really sweet. So I really like the mod. It only fires down to a 0.2, but I mean, I don't see a reason to go below 0.2 when you can only go to 50 watts. You know, that's pretty much how I feel about it. The tank, on the other hand, there's some things I don't like about the tank. I don't like the drip tip airflow. You know, I don't know why companies are doing that. I have no idea why. I've noticed a lot of Chinese companies, which Kimsun is based out of China, so they've been doing a lot of the drip tip, you know, airflow, and I have no idea why. Really, really confuses me. I also don't like the logos on the tank right here, but you know, it's a decent tank. It's only got 2 milliliters of e-liquid capacity, so you know, you're not going to get an all-day tank out of this. I don't feel like the coils are as good as they could be. You know, the flavor I feel like is there, but it's not as much as some of the other tanks I've tried. But it's a pretty decent tank overall. Not something I would use personally because I like going higher wattages. I can't get that really warm vape out of this. But I think for the average user, the average person that's going into sub-ohm tanks, this is something that's nice to have, you know. And they sell the kit in both. They sell the kit separately and the whole thing, so I think that's pretty nice. You know, if you're gonna get one, you might as well get both. So basically, one thing that I have a complaint about, not a complaint, I just have another con. Another con for Kimsun and Kimree is that I went on their website and I wanted to know how much this was, because you know, you guys know, if you've been watching my reviews for any amount of time, that price point is a big factor for me. You know, I try to keep people's price points in mind at all times. So I tried to look at how much this was. I can't find how much it was. So then I tried to buy it. You know, I tried to buy it since this was sent to me for review for free. I want to thank Kimsun for that. But overall, I tried to buy it, and I can't find out the price. I tried to buy it, and then I get redirected to another web page. I click on the product, and then I get redirected to the page that I already was at. So I don't know if there's companies out there. I don't think any online vendors are selling this product, but if you've got a local shop that has it, definitely pick it up. I mean, the mod, I would say, is 2 thumbs up. Very, very nice mod. So lightweight, feels great in the hand, and you know, the tank, I give it 1 thumbs up. That's pretty much it, because you know, the tank isn't really my style of a tank. I want a nice warmer vape. This is for the cooler vapes, you know, those that aren't looking to chuck clouds, this is probably not going to be your cloud chucking tank. But overall, very, very nice mod. I would say go for the mod if you can get it, because 2200 milliamp per hour, and it goes up to 50 watts. It's very nice for those that aren't doing anything above 50 watts. I don't have to tell you guys that. I mean, that's basically just how it's going to be. So I was thinking about what I'm going to do with this after, and there's a guy that I've been talking to from my sponsor, Smoker Project, and he was wondering if an Ego pen would work with an RDA, and I told him no, it wouldn't probably fit at all unless he had some kind of adapter and something like that. So I was talking with him, and I'm going to send this to him just because I got it for free. I might as well give it away. And I know that he would put it to good use, and I think it would really help him out. It's a nice mod for those that are still going. It's a nice mod for those that are like vaping on an Ego or are vaping on an MVP. Not the 3 Pro obviously, but for those that are still vaping at lower wattages, I think it's a great mod. So I want to thank you guys for watching YouTube. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate all my new subscribers. Thanks, Abby Vapes, for the shout out. I really do appreciate it. And as always, guys, I hope you have a great day. Let's keep on vaping.